put your hands anywhere you feel comfortable, and gonna take some deep breaths. Okay, so you can put your hands on the arms of the chair, on your lap, or you can even put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and we're gonna take some deep breaths. So you can close your eyes, you can look at the floor, just softly gaze in one direction, and just take some deep breaths. So we're gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so now we're going to sit up in the chair and we're going to do some neck rolls, because I know I've been sitting all day and this usually happens to me. I get all of the tension in my shoulders and neck. So we're going to roll that out this afternoon. So I want you to keep your head centered, and we're going to use our breath to move our head from side to side. So I'm going to show you. So you inhale, turn your head to the left. Exhale, turn your head to the right. Inhale, neck to the left. Exhale, neck to the right. A couple more times at your own pace. Last time, inhale and exhale. And if you hear some pops and cracks, don't be scared. You usually have a lot of tension in your neck. So now we're going to do it up and down. So we're going to inhale, tilt your head back and look up to the ceiling. Exhale, tilt your head to your chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, tilt your head down. One last time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, tilt your head down to your chest. Okay, now so bring your head back to your neutral position. And we are just going to roll our shoulders out. So you can just start by rolling your shoulders back a few times, or you can, if it's easier, you can put your hands on your shoulders and roll them back. Definitely feel more range of motion this way. And then roll forward so you can feel that range of motion on your shoulders. Just release your shoulders. Awesome. Okay, so now that we have released our shoulders, we are going to start releasing our back. So we're going to do some seated cat-cow. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to just scooch up a little bit in my chair so you can see me. So we're going to do some cats first and then cows, okay? So we're going to drop our chin to our chest and we're going to arch our back up. So hands on your knees and just drop your chin to your chest and arch your back towards the back of the chair. And then we're going to do our cow. So we're going to bring our chest forward and look up. So you're arching your lower back. So let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, chin to your chest, arch your upper back. And exhale, arch your lower back and look up. One more time. Inhale, chin to the chest, arch back, and exhale, arch your lower back and look up. Awesome. So you should be feeling nice and a little looser now. So we're going to release our pelvis a little. So we're going to just circle in one direction. Just circle your torso. Notice my hands are on my knees while I'm doing this. You don't have to make wide circles like me. You can start small. You're just doing whatever you can just to get that nice stretch. And then when you're ready, turn in the other direction. All right. Now, we're going to do something called a forward fold. So there are a couple ways you can do this. So you can just simply fold over your knees all the way to the floor if you can. Or you can just start right here. If you have your desk in front of you, like I have my desk, let me come closer, you can just lean forward on your desk. And that would be your forward fold. So however far forward you want to go, it's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to look like all the way to the floor, right? Because you may have just eaten something, you don't want to squeeze that out. You just want to gently fold forward. So I'm just going to fold forward to my knees just like this. So that releases your lower back. Come all the way up and then fold over one more time. And slowly come up, especially if you went all the way to the floor. You don't want to get dizzy, so you want to slowly come up from your forward fold. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of a flow. So now that we're all warmed up, we've warmed up our shoulders, we've warmed up our necks and our back, we're going to do a little bit of flow on the chair. So you're going to sit, just scooch up a little bit so you're at the edge of the chair. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor. And we're going to start by arching our backs, dropping your chin to your chest, arch your back, and then we're going to forward fold. Going to inhale, arch our back and look up. Then we're going to come back to neutral position and lift our arms up. We're going to fold again. And then come up. Let's do that one last time. So we're going to put our hands on our knees and we're going to arch our back while dropping our chin to our chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arch our lower back and look up as we come up. So we're coming into cow. Exhale, bring your arms up as you come all the way up. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly come up. And exhale. Let's do that one more time. So inhale, arch your back, drop your chin to your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arch your lower back, bring your head up as you look up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your arms up and straighten up in your chair. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, fold forward. And exhale, come back to a neutral position. Awesome. So now we're going to do some side stretching and some twists. So we're going to take our arms out and we're going to lift them up to the ceiling. And I'm going to grab my left hand with my right hand. Grab my left wrist with my right hand, and I'm just going to twist to the right. Just lean to the right. And straighten up back to center. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and lean to the other side. Back to center, arms down. Let's do that one more time. So inhale, hands up. Exhale, grab your left wrist with your right hand and lean to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, grab your right wrist with your left hand and lean to the left. Exhale, come up. Or inhale, come up, sorry. Exhale, hands down. All right. So now that we've kind of stretched out our side bodies, we're going to do a little bit of float. So we're going to knee face forward so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to inhale, lift your right arm up. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, you're going to take your right arm and put it either on your chair handle or you can put it on the side of your hips. So you're twisting to the left. So you're twisting instead of just leaning. So inhale, bring your arm up again. And exhale, hands down. So let's do the other side. So inhale, bring your left arm up. Exhale, lean to the right, sorry. Inhale, drop your left arm to the arm of your chair or the side of the chair or the side of your hip and twist to the right. You can look over your shoulder. When you're doing this, you can look to the other side of the room just to make sure that your body is twisting where you want it to go. So where your eyes go, your body will go. So if you look over your shoulder, you'll get a nice twist. But if that is too much, don't overdo it. Just look to your right or even just in any direction that feels comfortable for you. And bring your arm up. Exhale, down again. Awesome. Let's see, make sure we're on time here. Okay. So now we're going to do, we're going to use a chair to stand up. So I want you to stand up from your chair, and I'm going to use the back of the chair to do this. So we've been sitting all day. I'm sure a lot of you have been sitting all day. So we're just going to stretch out our legs a little bit. So you're going to do some heel raises. So hold on to the back of your chair, or if your chair is short or if you have a desk, you can hold on to that. So we're just going to lift our heels and come back. Lift our heels up and then down. Up and down. Up and down. A few more times. Up and down. Up and down. Awesome. So now I'm going to turn the chair around So the seat is facing me, and we're gonna do some standing cat cows. So you're just gonna lean over onto the chair. You can put your hands on the seat or on the arms if that's high enough. You can even do this propped up on your desk. And remember, we're gonna arch our back up and then out. Okay, so I'll show you. So you drop your chin to your chest and you arch. So you want to make sure you're standing with enough room to keep your balance, of course. So drop your chin to your chest and just arch your back up for cow, and then drop your tummy, raise your head and look up to the ceiling and drop your chest up. So you're arching your back for cow. So inhale to cow, to cat, sorry. Exhale to cow. Inhale to cat. And exhale to cow. So while you're doing this, you can have your knees bent. If having your feet locked up like this is too hard, you can just bend your knees. You don't have to be perfect like me. You don't have to look like me at all. You can do this however it feels comfortable for you. This is about your practice. All right. So now come up to standing, and we're going to circle our arms to the ceiling. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So one more time. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So one more standing pose before we sit back down. We're going to do a standing downward dog. So we have the chair in position already, and you may want to move it a little away from you when you're doing this. I'm going to put my hands on the arms for this, and you push it out a little bit and you just fold over into your downward dog. If this is too low for you, you can use the back of the chair for this. You just push it out a little bit and you fold over. So you can pedal out your knees just to get your hips moving from all that sitting in the chair. You can bend your knees up and down while you do this. So we're just stretching out our hips. So you can do this in any variation you like, and you can do this in your office while you're on your lunch break. It's a very easy yoga position to do. Okay, so come up slowly, and we're gonna sit back down on the chair, and we're just gonna work out our legs now. So lift your right leg out, and we're going to point and flex our feet. If it's too hard, if it's not comfortable lifting your feet all the way up, you can just have it down on the floor, your heel down on the floor, and just point and flex your foot. Let's do the other side. So left foot out, and we're pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Just working out our feet. So next, you can put your both feet out, either high up like here or on the floor, and then you can just do circles. So circle your ankles in one direction and then the other, just to make sure we get the blood flowing down there. Awesome. Okay, so One last pose before we take our Shavasana or resting pose. So this is going to be in a few different levels because people have different abilities, right? So you want to stretch your left foot out, take your right heel and just cross it over your shins. So this opens up your hip flexor muscles, your hip flexor. So we're just kind of stretching our hips. If this is enough for you, please stay right here. If you want more of a challenge, bring your left knee in and put your right heel, let me face you, your right heel on your right knee. If you want more of a challenge, you can lean forward and feel the stretch in the back of your hip. Choose your option, whichever option is the most comfortable for you. So that's a little bit too much for me, so I'm just going to keep it right here. Make sure you can see me. Just right here. Now let's do the other side. So you're taking your left heel, stretching your right leg out, and just placing your left heel on your right shin. Just right here, just this little bend is stretching your hips. And as before, if you need more of a stretch, you've been sitting so long that you really need to stretch out, you can put your foot up on your knee. If you need more of a stretch, you can come forward. So this is called figure 4 or pigeon pose, but seated. So there are different variations of this, but this is the variation for the chair. Okay. So now we're just gonna sit back one last time and we're gonna take a few breaths and then we will relax in Shavasana or corpse pose, which is the most beautiful pose in yoga, I think, because it's just resting. So place your hands wherever you feel comfortable and we're going to take a few deep breaths and then we'll go into Shavasana. So close your eyes or have a soft gaze at a particular point, maybe on the floor, and we're going to take some deep breaths. So inhale and hold and exhale. Inhale and hold and exhale. Inhale one more time and hold. Exhale. And just relax back into your chair. Close your eyes for a second and just breathe normally. Just relax. Quietly, not thinking about anything in particular, or if your mind's still racing, just think about the things that bring us joy. Could be plants, could be the people in your life who love and support you. What brings you joy? It's really good during the day to remember the things that bring us joy. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and come back to your seat. I'm gonna scoot closer to y'all. And I want to thank you all for taking this time to just take a mindful break and to think about the things that bring you joy today. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Kelsa. Thank you so much. And Kelsa will be back with us tomorrow. So you can come back and do another mindful session. And that was really good, really relaxing. I think sometimes it's difficult for us to relax at work. And sometimes you got to, put in some movement, but some stress relief too. So, thank you for that.
Yeah, and like I said, doing it in the chair is so easy because you already have it there. You don't need a mat. You don't need any other special props. You can just use your chair to stretch out and relax, because that's what a chair is for, right?
And I'm so glad we got to be your first official session on your way to becoming to get to your yoga credentials. So so thank you again.
Thank you all so much for joining me.
For participating. And so we're going to train